Go.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to John Array Tech's reviews. We have our tech expert here, Jono, also known as John Array, and hardcore tech savvy fans, Marcus, Jeffrey, and myself, Bernie. And today we have the latest and greatest reviews. We've got a good line of exciting products to review and talk about. Can't wait to hear Jono's insight on those products. We're going to talk about the laptop Surface Go and the Lenovo Fold X1.
Yep.
And finally the Google Pixel 5. So over to you, Jono. You can give an introduction to the first product.
Okay, so first off, we'll just quickly look at the Surface Go, the new laptop from Microsoft. So Jeff, do you want to share the video? There you got it.
This one.
Yep.
So,
yeah, Surface Go.
Launch night.
Wrong one.
Third
Go.
Jeff.
Third tab.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one.
Yep, you got it.
Here we go.
Yep, unscripted. Do full screen.
Wow, beautiful design.
Yep.
Tenth generation quad core. Wow.
Yep. This one, yeah, it's more of just a quick update for the latest range and also a much better price point. So the Go is meant to be a introductory laptop.
And that's subjective, ordinary battery life, that's subjective to the user.
Yeah. And multiple different colors.
Oh, great.
And yeah, you saw the price, $545 USD.
Is it US? So it's
$549
around,
USD.
Around what?
Can't believe it.
900 Australian.
Yeah. So that's, yeah, the introductory Surface. So it's like probably one of the best ones to get into if you just want to have a quick laptop with a touchscreen.
Touchscreen as well, yeah.
Yeah.
For that price, it sounds like a bargain.
Yep. It's kind of, you could think that's a bargain, but yeah.
Who would you say the target audience is for this?
The target audience, just for anyone really.
Well, but I guess not if you're a gamer, right?
No, not for gamers, definitely not.
Yeah,
but it's more for everyone.
All right. I was interested to see in that introductory video, it said professional mics. How is that possible?
Well, considering that everyone is doing like video conferencing now, the microphone is a big deal.
Okay.
But,
I guess it's like a better quality mic, but you can't. I mean, professional mic is. Really
yeah, that's a bit of a stretch to say.
It's marketing.
Yeah, just marketing. Because some professional mics cost close to like $200, $300 even in Australian dollars. Yeah, like I even got a new mic to replace mine, the Elgato Wave. The Elgato Wave 5. And that costed on itself $250 effectively. Australian.
Not bad.
Not bad. Wave 3. Not bad. But yeah, that's quite a stretch to say professional mics, but it is, yes, studio mics. So that just means it's 2 microphones.
So I guess 2 mics and
There we
also 2 cameras. Is that right?
It's just an HD camera.
Oh, okay.
HD, full HD or
HD. So that would probably just mean the 720p.
something?
And it still seems like they're still using the Surface charger. Yeah, that's just a standard Surface charger. And yeah, there are a lot of different builds for this particular device as well. So it's not just one style. There will be like different variations with different specs, like bigger storage if needed. But otherwise, the overall thing is the same.
Okay.
And yeah, you get the full Windows experience. So that's probably one of the bigger pluses in that. It's just Windows.
It's got Windows installed.
Yeah, so I guess it looks like it'll be a great device if you're a student or teacher,
Yeah.
parent. I guess if you're not like hardcore, you know.
Yeah.
Then this will be, yeah, perfect. And you can get it for less than 1,000 Australian.
Yeah, it will be a lot less than $1,000 Australian.
Probably about 800 or so. Or
Probably 900, 950.
900. Pretty good for entry level Surface Pro, right? Yeah.
Yeah, entry level Surface, since the Surface is really well known for like productivity. And on the other hand, Lenovo, the X1 Carbon is probably one of the best in terms of productivity for businesses. So in that sense, we could move over to the latest from Lenovo, the Lenovo X1 Fold.
Great. Always a big fan of Lenovo.
Yep, Lenovo, they've been teasing this for a long time, but they finally did the full proper announcement just recently. So let's have a look at the video.
Foldable PC.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yeah, wow.
Like a phone, yeah.
Foldable. It's like the Fold Z1.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like the Galaxy Z Fold, but this is a PC, you know.
The
Yep.
laptop version.
But it's also quite different. This one, they seem to have done a lot better in the Fold design.
Yeah, it looks more smooth and more seamless.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can hold it, yeah.
Yep. And 5G
Yeah.
support.
Wow. Was it a docking keyboard on the screen?
Yep. You can dock a keyboard on the screen.
That's pretty
Because for productivity, you'd actually want that proper capacitive touch instead of just a virtual keyboard sometimes.
Yeah, proper keyboard's always better than the virtual
Yeah.
keyboard, right?
Because sometimes the virtual keyboard just aches me, especially if it's just big. Having a full proper like keyboard or even mechanical keyboard for me, I like prefer a mechanical keyboard. It's way better than having a virtual keyboard, because then you actually feel what you're typing.
Yeah.
It's faster.
Yeah.
But
That's the
here's the
always-
thing. Stop there,
What?
Jeff. Go
Yeah.
back again.
Yeah.
A no crease display. That's something which is really different to the Galaxy Fold 2.
Okay.
Oh, you can't see the line.
Yep. Because in the Z Fold 2, you could still see the crease.
Oh yeah, you could.
Somehow, Lenovo was able to make it with no crease.
Got it, yeah. More discreet, yeah.
The type of bendable glass they use or something? Or
Yeah, it's a different type of display. They haven't really fully said what it is, but it is an OLED display.
It's pretty good. Looks like this, right?
yeah, you can't see the crease at all.
Yeah.
But since we haven't really completely seen it in person yet, I'm sure reviewers will start coming out with showing the actual thing,
They might notice something.
they might notice something. But from the previews that we have seen so far, there hasn't been anything of that yet. We haven't seen the actual crease. There might be a crease, otherwise no. But this one as well, yeah, it's more for productivity use, but at a different price point again. And it's also not geared for gamers.
What's the price point?
The price point is $24.99 USD.
Wow, that's pretty steep.
Yep. So if you consider that, it's 5 Surface Gos.
Yeah, that true. You can buy 4 for one of these. 4 of the Surface Gos.
So I just shared the spec list in the chat again, so you can share that. It's the actual thing. It's a 13-inch laptop. It's in the Zoom chat, Jeff.
I've done share first.
Yep, you can do that.
Oh no. Oh, yeah, I can open it.
So you can see the specs there. And yes, it is kind of the first foldable PC, the proper foldable PC.
Oh, 2000.
Yep. 2,500 USD.
USD. Oh.
Yeah. That's gonna be a big price. But yeah, it's only using an Intel Lakefield i5 processor.
Oh, only i5.
It's only i5.
Oh,
Yeah.
i7, yeah.
So it's more mid-range, and as well, this does not have a discrete GPU.
Oh.
So everything is running just off the i5 processor. And it's powering this beast. I'm just worried a bit about the performance of this. Like if it's that and it doesn't have like the really high specs components, I am actually worried how well it will perform. Hopefully it will perform well, but looking at the specs, we'll have to see properly.
Yeah, it's definitely not built for graphic intense games.
Yeah, definitely not. This is definitely not for gamers. But yeah, the design is really well. And it's also one of the first of its kind, so eventually these will get cheaper over time. So at the moment, these ones are for the enthusiasts, the ones who want to get their hands on it first.
Yeah. It feels like it's a bigger version of the Galaxy Fold.
Yes, it is. Definitely. And similar technology. They both want to go for this folding screen.
Oh, I like the folding screen.
But that could be the new trend going forward.
Yep, everything's going folding.
Oh, that's the trend. Wow, okay.
Yep. So if you think of the trend, yes, Samsung Galaxy Fold. Huawei Mate with the Fold. And as well, even Motorola has the Razer, the new Fold from Razer. But yeah, it's the new trend. Everything is going folding, so that will probably be what we'll be seeing more of in the later years.
Yeah, and I guess as time goes by, the prices will drop, right? Because right now, obviously, it's new and
new concept. Yeah.
Yep, and as well, Lenovo still use the X1 name. In terms of business use, the Lenovo ThinkPad X1 Carbon is probably one of the best productivity use laptops. They use those in businesses.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Yep. So the X1 Carbon already has a really good name behind it. And they just use the X1 because of the productivity.
Any idea what the battery life is like? This one, or
The battery life, I don't really know. They didn't really state that. But eventually reviews will come out with it. I'm sure there are going to be early reviewers with it. Not me, of course. We're just most enthusiasts. And yes, I am a tech guy, but we're not rich enough to like get all of these to review ourselves.
So is it actually out already, or is it for pre-order?
You can get this already.
Okay. In Australia, you mean, or just in US?
Yeah, Australia soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a really good device, but a bit too expensive for what it is. i5 processor.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the fold feature is a novelty, right? So you're paying for that. Because I mean, what would a normal ThinkPad X1 cost?
It's still quite expensive.
Yeah, but maybe
because the X1 is the name.
Yeah.
It's a bit like Apple. You go for the name, and the X1 is a really reputable name.
Yep.
Quite solid.
Yeah. So you're buying into that brand, right? That brand name.
So from what I could see here, the battery of the X1 Fold is a 50 watt-hour battery. But in real-time use, they haven't really stated how well that will run. It could last a day, maybe. Depends on how people use it.
This seems like a tablet or laptop on the go. So.
Yeah, laptop on the go, just like the Surface Go. Although, as Jono says, you can buy 4 Surface Go's at this price.
Oh, nearly 5. Yeah, nearly 5.
You can buy 4 for the whole family.
Yeah.
Interesting.
At least they have the OLED displays. So nice.
Yep, OLED. OLED is expensive.
Yeah.
That's probably one thing which actually went for it. Because even the newest OLED TVs are way overpriced for what I could think to even just normal backlit displayed TVs. But yeah, let's get on to the main event. Let's get to the Google.
Yes.
Google's launch night in.
This one.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Been looking forward to this one.
Yep.
They launch night in. So much wonderful content out there, and we want to help you find it easily. The new Chromecast with Google TV Promo on everything that people love about Chromecast. The biggest news here is the addition of remote. Open YouTube TV. Wait, battery
Today, we're introducing a new product partner, Meet Nest Audio. Hey Google, what do you use for Lenovo X?
really makes Pixel phone incredible is the software. Pixel 5, Pixel 4a 5G shares the same front and rear cameras, and it's our best one yet.
Nice.
Yep.
Looks like there's a couple of things there, right? Not just the Pixel.
Yep, not just the Pixel, and we'll be looking at the accessories as well. One of them accessories. Yes, that one. The newest Google Chromecast with Google TV. That is probably something I'd definitely get.
Yeah.
Google TV.
Yeah. The price for that one is 99 USD.
99. Yeah, that's cheap.
49 USD. For us, it's 99
Oh,
in
okay.
Australia. 49 USD, 99 Australian, or 140 if you want the Netflix bundle. You get 6 months of Netflix and the Google TV for 140.
The Chromecast, is it?
Yep, it's the newest Google Chromecast with Google TV.
Ah,
Think of it a bit like Apple TV.
Google TV.
So the Google version.
Yep, but with Google. So you could do like everything, like, and effectively it used to be called Google TV at the start, then it changed to Android TV. And interestingly enough, it's being renamed back to Google TV.
Interesting.
It's a really confusing process for what Google is doing.
It's more clearer, yeah.
And yes, there. YouTube TV though, it's not coming to Australia yet.
YouTube TV.
Yeah, YouTube TV is like you get a lot of channels on YouTube, and you could watch essentially TV programs on YouTube.
Oh. It's a new idea. Yeah.
Well, we still get YouTube Premium, but it's not like channels like proper full range of TV programs on YouTube.
Pixel 5, Oppo 8.
So for next, let's just do the Nest audio first. Don't go to the phones yet.
Oh, the Nest Audio.
Yeah, the Nest Audio.
Yes, that one.
Oh yeah. That's the inside of it.
Yeah, that's the inside of it. But yes, the Nest Audio is something which is really good as well. It's going to replace the original Google Home.
Oh, Google Home, yeah. The original
Yep.
one. Okay.
The original Google Home, the one that looked like a random
A flat thing.
thing. No, it wasn't flat. It was a circular dome-shaped.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dome shaped. Yeah, a cylindrical thing.
Yeah. It did not look too well, but it was the first original Google Home. Before they started to introduce all the the Google Home Mini, which was renamed the Google Nest Mini.
Oh, yeah.
They're still going to sell the Nest. It's going to be cheaper than this one. And they are still going to have the Nest Home Max. And the
Interesting. Wonder why they changed it. Okay.
yeah, because the original Google Home is quite old.
John,
It was the first.
Yeah. So how is this Nest an improvement to the previous
Good question.
Google Audio?
Yep. From what they have said so far, it seems to be like they've improved it by 70%.
Wow.
But that's just a number that they could just say. Without actually having it with us, we can't say how well and good it sounds. But from what we know is it will be better audio than the Google Nest Mini, but it will be less powerful than the Google Home Max or the Nest Home Max.
Yeah, so the sound quality has improved significantly. Yeah.
But it's meant to be 70 times more powerful than the original Google Home.
Okay, so more power, more watts. Yeah.
But then again, with listening to these old Google Home, which I still have, the audio seems to be drowned out by even the Mini now. So yeah, that's kind of makes sense.
The sound quality.
Yeah, because I have the Nest Home Mini. It's beating out the audio from the Google Home, the original Google Home, which I still use as I mainly use it just as like a bedroom timer now. I don't really use it for audio because I find out that audio quite lacking now.
Mm.
But yeah, this one definitely replaces it. And you could buy it in a pair. And it could be paired up.
Like, so you can get a stereo effect, or?
Yep, you could get it to be a stereo.
Wow.
That's cool.
Surround sound. Yeah.
So not only you could do a stereo, you could do whole home as well.
Oh. Full
Wow.
sound.
Meaning you could get like 5, 10 of these and get it all linked,
Yeah.
play it all at once.
Link
Okay.
to new speakers. Yeah.
Really good speakers. So let's now get into the phones. Pixel 4a and the Pixel 5.
It seems like we not too long ago we talked about the Pixel 4a, right?
Oh,
2 months ago.
Oh.
Yeah, not too long ago.
So not too long ago.
But we did say that the 4a 5G was coming.
Yeah.
And it's now here.
That's it.
Yep. And the price is actually $7.99 Australian.
That's pretty good, actually.
$200, yeah, $200 more than the 4A, the original 4A, at $5.99.
Right, so you're paying $200 more for the 5G.
Yeah, it's such a reasonable price for a new phone these days. $7.99.
Yep.
I saw it somewhere for $9.99, but he said even $7.99. So that's
$7.99 for the 4A 5G.
okay. Quite big. Yeah.
$7.99 Australian, yeah.
Yep. And since they released both the 4A 5G and the Pixel 5, the reason why is they actually share a lot of the internals as well. But the 4A 5G is why there is no Pixel 5 XL.
No what? No Pixel 5.
There is no Pixel 5 XL.
Oh,
The Pixel,
XL.
yeah. The Pixel 4A 5G is both bigger than the Pixel 5 and the 4A.
Yeah, that's what I heard. It's slightly bigger.
Yep, so you could go to the comparison link now, and we could have a look at that.
Comparison.
Yep, it's in the chat.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's this one.
Yep, so scroll down a bit. So available colors, yep, the 4As only have a singular color.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the Pixel 5 has 2 new colors.
Yeah.
You still get a black one and a new color from Google.
Let's see. Pixel
Yeah, it's
4,
like a seafoam green type color. Really interesting. It actually looks nice.
the green one.
Yeah.
I can't change it.
Yeah, it
looks
won't show
good.
it there.
Won't
But
show.
if you look at the dimensions,
Slightly different.
the Pixel 5 has about a 6-inch display.
Oh, yeah.
And the Pixel 4a 5G, yes, you could see it's bigger, 6.2 inch. And the original 4a is 5.8 inches. But yeah, as well, the 4a 5G and the Pixel 5 both have 5G support, where the original one does not.
Oh, yeah. 5 is smaller. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's small.
0.2 is a marginal. You
Just a marginal difference.
probably can't tell.
Yep. And they all have the same display technology, the full HD plus, always on display, HDRs.
Yeah, the flexible OLED. It wraps all around the edge, right?
Not all the way around the edge. You still get a bit of a bezel, but the bezel is all uniform.
And there's no like annoying notch, right?
No, it's a uniform. Not. It's a uniform bezel all around.
Yeah.
Which actually looks good.
Battery life. That's
Battery
a
life,
big jump. Huh?
Yeah, but that's the interesting thing about the battery. Everyone is thinking about the battery now as well. The Pixel 5 has a bigger battery than the 4a 5G.
It
But the
does.
4a 5G has a bigger screen. Why does it have a smaller battery than the smaller phone?
Oh yeah, doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's the big one which everyone is thinking.
Smaller battery, yeah.
But
As well, yeah,
oh, sorry, yeah. Go, you go.
Yeah, the Pixel 5 also has wireless charging,
Oh yeah.
which is another big confusion for us as well now. How does it have wireless charging? The back is aluminium.
Interesting.
Because usually metals tend to block the wireless charger, which is why a lot of phone backs currently are mostly glass. Because the wireless charge could go through the glass, but they avoid the metal because it doesn't really go through the metal so well. So I think Google must have done some trickery or something, or it might be a completely different material to aluminium.
Yeah.
Because how does the wireless charger go through the frame? When usually they have to use glass to do that.
Sounds contradictory, yeah.
Yeah.
Just one point. Maybe the reason why they had a bigger battery life for the Pixel 5 is maybe because it has a higher frame rate than 4A.
That is possible, yes, because the 4A is only a 60 Hz display, just a standard 60 Hz display. And the smooth display in the Pixel 5 is up to 90 Hz.
90 hertz, yeah.
90 Hz is good, a very good frame rate, yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a good standard for even just the mid-range. Like if you go for the high-end ones, yes, you could get 120 Hz, 144 Hz now in gaming phones. But that's why Google changed its ship. They cannot compete well with the highest flagship phones anymore. So they go for the mid-range. And I think the mid-range is where Google is going to do better at. Because even the 4A right now, a lot of stores are completely sold out. You could hardly find them. They're selling it in waves and they're still selling out.
Oh, wow.
Because,
right?
yeah, it's $5.99 Australian. That was a steal.
Yes, they're aiming more for the slightly lower budget phone consumers.
Yeah.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, a really good deal was the 4A. And that was only released not too long ago.
Yeah, 2 months.
They're not even using the latest, most powerful Snapdragon processor.
Yeah, they're not. But it's mid-range. That's what they're going at. But because as you can see, the processors are shared again. Snapdragon 765G.
It's Qualcomm,
Whereas most of the flagship phones for other brands, right? It's like 855 or 860.
865 Plus is the latest one.
yeah.
But that's the interesting thing, that Google is still releasing a mid-range phone at a higher price point than other mid-range phones at a similar specification.
Probably because it's better camera, right?
Yeah, the camera and the software. The software from Google is probably the best, which is why they could probably still have that high price.
Yeah.
But
8 gig RAM.
But I think it would have been better if Google sold it as even cheaper again, maybe at like maybe $900 accordingly. Because if even Samsung could announce a phone even last week, the Samsung S20 FE is the same price as the Pixel 5, and it has a Snapdragon 865 processor in it.
Oh.
Yep, the latest processor at 999 Australian as well. The only difference is that one has a lot more features and is only 4G. But then their 4G variation is still 1150. So the price you get you still got a flagship processor in the FE at the same price as this phone. Which is why I say that they're putting it in a class where they're still having a high price point with similar hardware which other companies are selling at. Like when we looked at the Pixel 4a, we compared it to the OnePlus Nord.
Oh yeah.
And the OnePlus Nord at that time is effectively the same price as the Pixel 4a. And it also had the Snapdragon 765 processor. And yep, now you could get it imported into Australia for about $650.
Okay.
And even the OnePlus Nord is 5G.
Oh, it's 5G as well.
Yes.
5G,
So they still have it at a higher price point than most of the same hardware spec mid-range phones.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm glad you explained that.
Yeah, which is something which I found kind of annoying, but it's still good for Google that they changed their North Star. So their focus has changed, and it's a good thing. They're going more mid-range. And I hope that Google goes more like this.
Just going for more mid-range, but they're pricing it a bit higher than other mid-range phones. Yeah.
So the higher end of the mid-range.
Yeah, definitely the higher end of the mid-range. If they classed it at like $900, it would still be high, but it won't be as high as the others.
Yeah.
Because if they could promise 3 years of software OS updates, that's quite good. But then OnePlus is offering 2 years OS updates. And even OnePlus is really good with updates as well. They have already updated some of their latest phones to Android 11, which is the latest version of Android.
Android 11.
Yep.
Trying to review that.
Yep. But even though we're saying all of these things about the Google Pixel 5 or the 4a 5G, these are still really good phones, and they have nothing wrong with it.
Yeah,
Because
but we're looking at
you get the best of Google.
Yeah.
For much cheaper, yeah.
For much cheaper, yeah.
Yep.
8 gig RAM, huh? That's a lot, huh?
Yep, 8 gigs of RAM is good. The OnePlus Nord also has 8.
8. 2 cameras, yeah.
Actually, the cameras look exactly the same.
They are the same. They are exactly the same.
5 and yeah.
They share the same cameras. Yeah. But the interesting thing is, yes, they have kept the same camera module, the 12.2 megapixel main camera, again. But I have no reason to say that they can't do that. I think that they have made a smart choice to do that. Because with the software refinement just for this module, it's leaps and bounds from what other phones can do. Like when we looked at the Pixel 4a to the OnePlus Nord, that one camera could best a camera with 3 rear cameras. How does that happen?
Oh, they have 3 cameras.
Yeah, and those cameras have...
the OnePlus Nord had 3 cameras on the back.
Yeah.
The Pixel 4a had 1. And the 4a was still able to best the OnePlus Nord in some aspects. And now they have had the same main camera and they pair it with a 16 megapixel ultra wide camera. So now it has 2 rear cameras, a main camera, and a 16 megapixel ultra wide. And now they could do a lot more shots, especially for video. Do you have like cinematic pan now?
Yeah, that's what got my attention. Cinematic pan. Sounds like a nice
Yeah,
feature.
but a lot of it is done by the AI and software.
The software, it's a software.
Which Google does really well.
That's their forte, right? The software. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to go for Pixel, it's probably the best for the camera quality. Even better than even a Samsung phone with like 108 megapixels.
Okay.
Really good. So if you want to go for a Pixel, you're going it for the camera.
Yeah, sounds like has a very good camera for sure.
Yep, but even the OnePlus Nord has good cameras as well. In fact, you get 3 cameras on the back.
Hey, there's no earphones for.
There's no 3.5mm audio jack for the 5.
Yeah, that is something we found interesting as well. If you go for the 485G, it still has a 35mm audio jack. If you go for the 5, they got rid of it.
Yeah.
Like what?
The trend these days, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I would have preferred a 35mm audio jack though.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have that option.
Yeah.
On the go, right?
Yeah.
So which one would you pick then, if you had to choose between the 5 and the 485G? Given that the cameras are the same, right? Like, and then the screen of the 485G is actually bigger.
Yeah.
Slightly, yeah.
And it's cheaper too.
It is, yes, at $799 compared to $999.
Yeah. So I mean, how would you make that choice between 485G and 5?
Well, it's sort of dependent on how they use it, because the 485G is not IP rated, meaning no proper IP rating or certification. Meaning water resistance is what I mean for IP rating. And do you get a 60 Hz screen compared to a 90 Hz screen?
Yeah.
But you do get a 35mm audio jack.
Yeah.
True.
But you don't get wireless charging.
Oh man, hard to choose, eh?
Yeah.
I think Bernie got a pre-order already, right?
Oh.
Not quite, but I've considered it. I am looking for a new phone in the next couple of months, and I am looking to upgrade my phone. So I have considered the Google Pixel 5 or 4A.
Yeah.
It's very similar. It's a hard one to pick.
So hard one to pick. But
Yeah,
I
it's hard
guess,
to pick between the two because they're so similar.
Yeah.
But for me, if I had to choose, I would probably go for the 4A5G because I do like big phones. I don't care much about wireless charging.
You don't care
Because,
about the 90 hertz smooth display.
I'm right.
Not,
That's the thing, right? Is it?
well, the fact is I'm not going for these phones anyway
True.
because it's going to be a downgrade if I did want to get one.
True. You go for 120 hertz frame rate,
Yeah.
right?
120 hertz display
Oh, is that your ROG?
Wow.
and a
Yeah.
6.59 inch display.
Yep.
Yeah, once you experience first class, you can't go down to economy class.
But then again, yes, no wireless charging.
Yeah,
I
that's all
don't
right.
need wireless charging too much.
I don't care. Yes. But for someone like me who's always experienced a 60 hertz frame rate phone, going up to a 90 hertz frame rate would that be a better experience for me or?
Yeah, from what I have seen so far, I thought that I wouldn't notice too much of a difference. But when I saw a 90 hertz display compared to a 90 hertz, it definitely was a different experience. It's definitely a lot smoother. And with 120 hertz with mine, super smooth. But then again, for most mid-range phones, 90 Hz is enough. Which is what we said with the OnePlus Nord as well. 90 Hz was enough.
The Nord was on par with the price, right, with the Pixel 5?
The 4A.
Oh, 4A, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, just the standard 4A.
Yeah.
So you can get the OnePlus Nord for about 600, 650 for the same specifications of the Pixel 5. Without wireless charging again.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what we're saying about the price. It's still high for a mid-range phone.
Do you think there'll be a 5A?
It is possible, but it will come out next year.
There's no XL, right? But
yeah, there is no XL. The 4A 5G is the XL, effectively.
Right.
Because they share so much in common. I just find it interesting as well why they called it the 4A 5G compared to just the Pixel 5 XL.
Maybe originally the big 4A 5G is supposed to be 5.
It is possible.
Yeah.
Because they shared so much hardware in common, but then there are a bit of trade-offs here and there for both the 4A 5G and the 5. Like, I like an audio jack. The Pixel 5 doesn't.
No audio jack.
Yeah, no audio jack. So it's sort of a mix in specs of what you want. So most people might go for the 4A 5G, and a lot will go for the Pixel 5, depending on what they want in their phone.
Yeah. And are they both coming out at the same time?
Yes.
Which is this month, right?
Yep. Now that we're in October, it's going to be released on the 15th.
Right. That's like 2 weeks away.
Yep.
Oh, very soon.
Yeah, time for Bernie to decide quickly.
Yeah, it's the hard one is between these two. They're so similar. I mean, for me, it comes down to the audio jack or the frame rate.
Or the wireless charging.
One of the other.
Or the charging.
Frame rate or audio jack.
And charging. Or you don't care about charging?
Charging, I don't really care about the wireless charging, but it has a big battery life, the 5. So yeah.
Yep. But also the body is different as well. The Pixel 4a 5G does have a polycarbonate body, which means it's more plastic compared to an aluminium frame.
Okay.
So yeah,
does Nord have audio jack?
The OnePlus Nord, I actually forgot. Does it have its audio jack? I'll just double check because I don't want to be wrong.
So if you guys want to compare the Nord with Pixel 5 and 4a, go check out John's review.
OnePlus Nord does not have a 35mm audio jack.
Oh, okay.
Oh no! Wow. No audio jack.
Yep.
Yeah, there are Nord.
So that would probably mean the Pixel 5 is more in range of the OnePlus Nord, which is effectively $350 cheaper.
Larger.
But you only get 2 years OS updates from the OnePlus Nord. You get 3 years from Google. But with Google, you do get the best of Google, the best of the software.
I was going to say, it's the software that makes the Google Pixel software.
Yep. And with Pixel, they have been doing also what they call Pixel drops, like Pixel feature drops. So they keep adding more features over time through Pixel feature drops, which are exclusive to the Pixel line. Meaning the OnePlus Nord would probably not get those certain software features, even though it's still Android. So that's why I say the Pixel 4a 5G, Pixel 5, it is a really good choice to go with Google because of what it gives you through software. But yes, it would have been better if they did make it at a cheaper price.
$9.99 for Pixel 5.
Well, Google Pixel 5 in Australia would be around 1,000, right?
999.
999. Okay. So it's a choice between 999 for 5
799.
and 799
799.
for the 4A 5G.
Or the OnePlus Nord, which you could get for about 650 Australian. For even a bigger screen than the Pixel 5. 6.4 inches.
Right. All right.
But yeah, there's a lot of competition in the mid-range. That's the problem. Like if you thought the flagship market was confusing, the mid-range market, there are a ton.
Even more.
Even more, yes. And a lot at an even cheaper price than these similar spec devices. But if I were to recommend something, I would probably recommend the 4A 5G over the Pixel 5.
Okay. There's the audio jack and
And a bigger screen, but
screen.
yeah, otherwise, yeah, it's essentially down to your choice depending on what you want, because there are some trade-offs both ways.
I mean, they both got the same great camera, the great camera features. So
Yeah, so you're not missing out with camera at all.
can't go wrong
Getting
with
the best camera that you could ever get in Google.
Actually, how does the camera compare to the best phone cameras? That's a hard one to talk about.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about with the 4A back then as well, when we did the 4A review. The Pixel 4A has the same camera as most of the other previous phones from Pixel, the same 12.2 megapixel main camera. But the 4A only had the one camera. And even that one camera through software beats most of the other flagship phones.
Okay.
Which is why it was a steal at $599 Australian. Because it could even beat the flagships at that one feature camera.
Crazy.
Yep. Same with like the OnePlus Nord. We said it again. It beats a camera with 3 cameras. The one sensor beats the camera with 3 rear cameras. The OnePlus Nord. How does that happen? Like in certain situations, yes, the Nord was better, but in other situations, the Google Pixel with the one camera was still able to compete through software. So the best of Google is definitely the camera. And and they just kept the same camera module. Reason why? The software.
That's good.
Yeah,
About Google, right?
Yeah. But with the Pixel 5, you do get the new additional 16 megapixel ultra-wide camera.
Yes.
So still the same 12.2 megapixel camera plus the 16 ultra-wide. We just boosted even more.
Ultra wide lens, yeah.
Yep.
Capture more.
Yep. 2 cameras on the rear. How does a singular camera phone beat a phone with 108 megapixels like the Samsung?
Samsung.
That shows how great the software is, and Google has always dedicated a big team to developing their software.
Yeah, the software we cannot really fault the software for this one because you're getting the best of Google.
Actually, doesn't the Pixel have a special visual core just dedicated to?
That is correct.
Yeah.
They have a dedicated processor just for pictures.
Oh wow.
Their secret sauce, man. Their hidden chip.
Their secret herbs and spices. Yeah.
Yep, which we mentioned in our Pixel 4a review, which is why they did so well in photos. The AI is solid. Yep. So I think we must have covered everything we wanted to cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good overview. Hopefully that this is enough information for Bernie to
Decide
make
which
a
one to
decision.
get. So I think your choices, Bernie, is either the Pixel 4a 5G, the Pixel 5, and we're just throwing this in there again, the OnePlus Nord.
OnePlus Nord, yeah. Yeah, look, I've got a few phones I've been looking at within my mind, a few phones in my mind, but I mean, one thing I do look for is a really good camera. That's all I'll say.
So I think that rules out the Nord then. If you want the best camera, right?
Well, it still can compete. I'm not saying that it can't compete, but it's still a really good camera in the OnePlus Nord, but it probably cannot match the AI from Google.
AI.
Should mention it's not just the quality of the camera, but it's the camera features that they provide the Pixel. Yeah.
Not the camera features, the camera optimization. They've optimized it so well through AI, it's just undefeated.
Can't tell from the naked eye, right?
Like, I've even tried photos from an iPhone. They take really good photos as well, but it's not consistent. That's the problem with which I find with Apple iPhones with the camera. Even the latest iPhone 11, it's not consistent. You try to take a picture with a certain exposure, and Apple's AI tends to change it, like overexpose where you don't want it to, and they just change everything which you don't want it to. So with the Google one, you have a choice. With the iPhone one, this is what we'll give you, and you have to live with it. But sorry, I'm not saying that their photos are bad. It's just that I do not like their software for the camera. But it suits a lot of people, just not me. There are a lot of things that they want to do with the camera, which they cannot do in an iPhone.
So right, the iPhone hasn't been on my list anyway. So
Yep. So yeah, still 3 phones for you to look at, Bernie.
yeah,
You could make your choice.
yeah.
But going for either of the 3, there is no problem with either of them. They're all really good. They all have really good software. And the OnePlus phone, even though they just have 2 years of software updates, they probably want the first to update their phones to the latest version of Android.
Yeah. Android 11.
Yeah. Like, when they fully released Android 11, OnePlus updated most of their phones in the first week of the release. When most of the manufacturers, like even Samsung, they haven't been updating all of their phones to the latest version of Android. There is no Samsung phone right now with Android 11. Even the Samsung FE that was released last week only ships with Android 10. And the Note 20 still is not updated to Android 11, so software.
Is it possible to upgrade to Android 11 for those?
There is, and they're in the works from those companies.
Yeah.
It's just that they are not quick. If you want the quickest one, it will definitely be from Google. But OnePlus is not far behind. They updated within a week from the Google release.
That's pretty quick.
Yeah, that is quite quick. I must say, for OnePlus, even though it's just 2 years, they updated really quick. But you get 3 years from Google. How long are you going to keep your phone? You could probably keep the Google phone for longer.
Yeah, minimum 3 years. Yeah.
And Pixel feature drops.
Yeah. Pixel feature drops. I guess they
Feature
continuously
drops,
work on new apps there.
Yep, they add new features that are specific just for Pixel.
So technically, to get the Google Pixel, you could get even better features, down the line.
Yeah, they could get better features down the line, and it will get it first. But it's still, I cannot completely agree with the price yet. For the software, maybe. For the hardware, maybe not. If it was just $100 cheaper, I would probably just easily recommend it. If the Pixel 5 was $900, I would say, yeah, go for it. Easily. Go. Get it. That's about the phone that I would recommend if it was $900.
Okay.
Not the phone that is $999, because at the moment, I'm having it hard to recommend that phone still. Because the phone I've been recommending most currently is the OnePlus Nord.
The Nord, yeah.
Yeah, which I absolutely love as a mid-range beast.
Might check out that review again after this OnePlus Nord. That is.
Well, we can link that below this video.
Yeah, we could link that below because it's also the follow-up of the Pixel A review that we did.
Yeah.
It's a Taiwanese company, right? Nord.
OnePlus?
Nord, yeah.
That's Chinese.
Oh, it's a Chinese company.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We did that. We're looking.
You're thinking of Asus, Taiwanese.
Ah, that's a different one. Oh, that phone is Asus, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
OnePlus is its own company in Chinese.
Oh, yeah, the Nord, yes, right. I remember now, yeah.
But yep, you could have a look at all these phones.
Yeah. I guess with Google, you're paying for the name, I guess, for Pixel.
Yeah.
Yep.
For the great software. Yeah.
Yep. And as well, you get 5G now.
And 5G. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 5G.
All the mid-range phones are getting 5G before the flagships.
That's strange. That is weird.
Yep.
Makes sense.
That is a confusion that I found. But yeah, it sort of makes sense. They seem to do a lot more design ideas in the mid-range phones before the main flagships. So if you want to get certain features first, mid-range phones will probably have those features before the flagship.
Actually, that's a good tip for everyone.
Yep, that's for any device. Like even Samsung, they had pop-up cameras. And even the cameras that you have seen in the newest S20. Before that, they had the same design in the Note 10 Lite. And they changed it to that same camera module layout in the S20. And it was first in the mid-range on a Samsung phone. Same with like a lot of other phones. Pop-up cameras, different styles of ideas and everything. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess, but yeah, there's a lot of choice.
A lot of information to take in.
Yeah.
Right?
Cool.
Yep. Want to end it here?
Yeah.
Yep. So we should close off then.
Okay. So, should I close off? Yep.
Yeah.
Well, thanks everyone for listening and watching this review. I hope you got a lot out of it, and I'm sure I got a lot out of it, and made me aware of a lot of the little details and differences of in each of the products, especially with the Pixel, comparison with the Pixel phones and other phones. So yeah, if you like what you've watched, feel free to press the like button and press the subscribe button down on the bottom left, I believe. Yeah.
Well, anywhere it appears on the screen, we can put it anywhere.
Yeah, on the screen. Yeah. All right. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Like and subscribe to all of the channels. Marcus, me, Benny, Jeff. We all have our own YouTube channels, so like and subscribe to all of them. Thank you.
See ya.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah.